All right, everybody, come on in, come on in. Happy Sunday. Good morning to you. Welcome to another struggle cooking class. For anybody who doesn't know me, hi, I am Maggie. Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are doing a pop-up live stream today, also multi-streaming on Cooking with Aisha. Thank you so much, Miss Aisha, for allowing me to stream on your platform. We are switching from Wednesdays with Maggie to Mondays with Maggie. So I missed you all on Wednesday. So I'm making it up for you today. It is Sunday where I am. And I'll be back with you all tomorrow. So we're going to make a couple breakfast sandwiches. Another video popped up in my feed that I want to try and recreate. It is cottage cheese waffles. Now she made a prosciutto sandwich. I'm going to try and make a BLT. I will show you all the video, then we'll get the ingredients out, and then we will try and recreate it. Have we ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped us? No. All right, so sit back and relax. If you want to be counted present, feel free to announce yourself. However, if you prefer to watch quietly from the clouds, and y'all know who you are, you're always welcome here. We are the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, so over here, I see Trombone King. He says, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, sir. He says, hope you have a blessed day today. Yes, absolutely. I plan to go to service after this. Thank you. On Instagram, I see Almond Tree. I see The Finest. I see Shizo and Carmen. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning on TikTok. Corin is here. Do I have a cold? Actually, no, but my voice is a little raspy in the morning, but I am feeling a little better. Yesterday I was feeling a little off. The weather is changing, and y'all notice everything, but thank you so much. We got Corey B in the house saying, hi, Maggie. Thank you so much, and Leading to Leap is here. Okay, so I'm going to clean off the counters. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to show you all what we are making today. If you like waffles, but you are trying to avoid the carbs, maybe you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, this could be a good substitute for you. All right, so let's see if we can make it together. All right. All right, I'm gonna leave this right here, and then I'll show it to everyone. Popcorn oil. We made popcorn last night. Football season has started, so mean old Mister likes his own stovetop popcorn. You all missed the struggle stream. Boy, did you miss one. Hello, Ash is here. Thank you so much for being here. Big Stag says breakfast time. Y'all always come through. Team Greedy in the house. I love it. Okay. So this recipe, now let me give you all a disclaimer, okay? I am not a professional chef, nor am I a professional YouTuber. I am just a mom and a home cooker sharing my love of food on my health and wellness journey with you all. And when I see recipes come across my feed, there's a part of me that's like, I wonder if we can make that. What I have learned is some of these reels, you all have seen my struggles. I don't know if they're intentionally leaving some things out or maybe just editing some things down for time, but I looked at the comments on this recipe and a lot of people tried it and did not get the same results as the video I'm going to show you. Good morning, Linda from Georgia. Shout out to my neighbor. I'm in Atlanta. Okay, so the recipe creator said the full recipe link was in her bio. So I went to the bio and I clicked on it, and you have to subscribe to her like recipe channel to get the full recipe. And there's nothing wrong with that. By all means, you can run your channel the way you want to. I would probably just say full recipe available via subscription. So for you all, I went ahead and subscribed. So I'm going to add the extra ingredients, but I'm just sharing that for me. Sometimes when I recreate things and they don't come out the way that I think Killers calls it fake news comes out, you're like, did I do something wrong? But you didn't. Oftentimes they leave things out. Thank you so much. B. Mass is shouting out from Texas. We've got Ash is in the house, D. Ray, and Leroy is here. Thank you so much. All right. So this is Recipes by Victoria. This is her chaffle. Well, I'm calling it a chaffle, but it's a cottage cheese waffle. All right. We do need to get started on the bacon, so I'll show you all the video. I'm just going to play it with no sound because it's set to music, and Miss Aisha doesn't want any music, and we don't want to get a strike. So Let's see if you all can see this. So we have cottage cheese. I'll play it a couple times. It's so bright in Atlanta. All right. So this is the sandwich that came up in my feed. Now, cottage cheese is going viral on the internet right now. People are using it as a high protein substitute. So she puts cottage cheese in the blender with eggs, seasoning, and then just pours it and gets these beautiful waffles. Then that looks like some type of pesto, maybe arugula, tomato, prosciutto, and then she makes this beautiful sandwich. All right, so this is the goal. However, she did leave some things out, so I'm going to show you all exactly what I'm doing. I do have a cookbook myself, but I just like to share everything with you all. So if you would have a cottage cheese waffle, let me know what you think. All right. Thank you so much, Ash. I appreciate that. Bonnie K says, good morning from Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky. I think I've been there one time for a wedding. It was beautiful. The big rolling hills, close to Cincinnati, I think. It was weird. I flew into one state and then drove to the other state. Okay, you didn't ask all that. Let's get started with the bacon. So we're doing a BLT. BLT is bacon, lettuce, and tomato. So I'm going to do my version of this. I'm going to show you all my substitutes. Let me get my uniform on and we'll get started. So you could do whatever your favorite breakfast sandwich is. Y'all can let me know. Some of you like a bacon, egg, and cheese. Some of y'all like a sausage, egg, and cheese. Some of y'all like a BLT. You can make this vegan. Well, not with the cottage cheese. You can make this vegetarian and leave the bacon off. But let me show you all what we have here. All right. All right, so y'all know I cook my bacon in the air fryer. So I have my drip tray here. And I'm just going to put some aluminum foil to catch the drippings. And this would work with any bacon. I have regular bacon for the boys. You could also use turkey bacon. It's not my favorite. Maybe even vegan bacon. Tried it once. Not for me. That's okay. I'm not the food police. I'm going to be using the beef bacon. All right, so some of you all are new to this. This is my 5-pound slab from Costco. I've also seen beef bacon at Ingles. I've also seen it at Sam's Club. This to me is the closest thing to bacon if you don't eat pork or want to avoid pork. All right. It's just lower fat for me. I don't have any restrictions. So just love sharing ingredients with you all that maybe you're not familiar with. Hello, Eugene is here. Thank you. All right, so in the air fryer, I'm gonna get my 2 trays out. And we'll get a few strips of beef bacon. So you can see here, to me, it looks like a bacon steak. It's the closest thing to actual bacon. It's got the savoriness, the saltiness. I would just say it's a little bit firmer than, you know how pork bacon will just kind of melt down all marbly and good. This one is a little bit thicker. So if you like a thick cut bacon, I think this could be a great substitute for you. So I'm just gonna put this in the air fryer just as it is. Let me alternate here so we have some room. And then because the air fryer is an oven with a fan, it will blow the food around. And then what'll happen is your bacon will get kind of all gnarled up. It's fine, tastes the same, but I always put another tray on top and then it goes in the air fryer like this so that it stays flat. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started while we're mixing our other ingredients because this can cook and then set to the side to cool. All right. So let's go ahead and put this in. I just put the beef setting. Maybe it's like 370. But my mom taught me to cook with all of your senses. Roy says, good morning, but is it dry? The beef bacon? No, it's not dry to me. It's definitely not dry like, to me, turkey bacon is kind of like a jerky consistency, really lean, and maybe you like that. But you can see it's got some pretty good marbling in here, so I don't think it's dry. We'll see when it comes out what you think. But it's definitely the closest to regular bacon that I have found. All right, so like I said, Mom says cook with all your senses. Don't just set it and forget it. Cook your bacon to your desired level of doneness. And before I put this back in the fridge. Some of y'all like to screenshot. So this is the brand Dean Halal. And I got this one at Costco. That's why it's massive, all right? All right, everybody, now we're gonna move on to I wanna call it a chaffle. And the reason why I wanna call it a chaffle, there's a very popular recipe in the keto community. I'm not keto, there's nothing wrong with it. Whatever works for you. Keto allows you to have dairy. I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I just take the recipes that we all know and love, and then I swap out the ingredients for me. But I'm just here to give you inspiration, and you can absolutely do what works for you. So the chaffle is a waffle recipe that a lot of low carb and keto home cooks make. And it's basically shredded cheese with a little bit of egg. You mix it together to make like a paste, and then you put that in your waffle maker, and it gives you like a high protein, low carb or zero carb waffle. So that's why I want to call it a chaffle, but I guess it is. Cottage cheese is a cheese, but this is a soft cheese, and we're going to blend it up. All right, so let me see. Did I grab her? I think I took a screenshot of the recipe. All right, so this is the full recipe that you actually have on her paid subscription. So I'm gonna follow this with a few substitutions. Okay, so I have a gravy boat. I like this because it's got the spout on it, and then I can pour this more elegantly into the waffle maker. And it's not so much about being elegant with the pour, but sometimes when I make a portion for one and you use the big blender, it's kind of like chunked down at the bottom, and I want to make sure I get all of it because we are team greedy in the house, right? All right, everybody doing well? Good to see you all. Okay, so we need 2 heaping teaspoons or half a cup of cottage cheese. Let me see, I have uh-oh. Get my half cup measure. All right. So we have a half cup here now. I'm not supposed to have cottage cheese because this is dairy. I did try this lactate. So, thank you so much for the heart hands. Thank you, DT, for the compliment. I appreciate that. I always like to represent myself well, represent you all well. Hello, Sherry Sweets. All right, so I'm using this lactate cottage cheese. So if you have issues with dairy, if you love dairy but it doesn't love you back, this could be a substitute for you. When I was tested for food sensitivities, I learned there's something about the protein in cow dairy that my body doesn't tolerate well. I get very congested, very mucousy, and really sound like I have a cold. And sometimes, you just eat things and you don't know that your body is like fighting back. So I can have like sheep's milk, buffalo milk, goat's milk, anything other than cow dairy. There is a bison cottage cheese. I have not been able to find it here in the South. I don't know, maybe it's somewhere for those of y'all up west or in the Midwest. If I can get my hands on it, I'm gonna try. But we're just gonna use this lactate for today. But if you can have cottage cheese, a lot of people love it. All right, so let's swap this here. So we're going in with a half a cup. All right. And I like cottage cheese plain. I think it's a wonderful snack. I don't mind the taste of it. Some people don't like the curdle. Thank you, FQ. Some people don't like the curdle. I love this with a little bit of, you can drizzle it with the syrup, or y'all know those Breakstones, the cottage cheese like snacks that has like the pineapple and stuff. I can't have the sugar, but use like an unsweetened applesauce or an unsweetened jam, and then this would be a great snack to do a little bit of that with. Okay, next she says 2 medium eggs. So let's get the eggs. I feel like I took them out. What did I do, y'all? Oh, here they are. I took the eggs off of the top shelf and I put them on the middle shelf. Struggle. Oh, there's only one in here. All right. Bad Maggie. So let's go with one. And I know you're supposed to crack it in another container so you don't get any shells or anything. If you want to do it the proper way, this is the struggle cooking class. All right, let's get one more egg. And it says 2 medium. I had 1 medium and then I have 1 large. We will be all right. A little extra liquid. Hopefully it doesn't make them watery. Let's clean this up. Mom says clean as you go. All right, we need 1 more egg. So 2, if you're following along, 2 heaping teaspoons or half a cup of cottage cheese and 2 medium eggs. All right. Let's check on our bacon. All right. It's still in there percolating, so it's doing its thing. Hello, G-Shop, and hello, Lani. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Antoinette says, good morning. Good morning, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. All right, 1 more egg going in. So you can see lots of protein so far. So far, half a cup of cottage cheese and 1 medium egg and 1 large egg. That's what I had. All right. To me, recipes are inspiration. I think when you're baking, you need to get it precise, but when you're cooking, I like to play around with it, all right? So we have our eggs. All right, the next thing she has in here is 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. And y'all know, we love Aisha. Aisha, she's got all the seasonings. And we have all of them over here. Let me stop, y'all. It's early. Hello, Dr. Q. Thank you so much for being here. So all-purpose seasoning, you can use whatever seasoning you have. Y'all know what we're going to use. We have Miss Aisha's Select Blends all-purpose seasoning. So we're going to put a teaspoon of this into our batter. It's going to give your cottage cheese bread a nice flavor. Plus, it's going to give it a beautiful golden color. You know when Miss Aisha always makes her fried chicken and it has that beautiful color? What was that stuff? She used something in there. I wonder if this has that in there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Not the adobo, the Goya seasoning. All right, so let's see if we have. I didn't unload the dishwasher. It's really me at home figuring it out. Okay, so we have a teaspoon, so we're going to put a teaspoon of Miss Aisha's all-purpose seasoning in here. And this really is great, you all. I made some chicken. I made it with the chicken seasoning. I haven't posted it yet. I just did a reel. It was amazing. Bab says, can you make that into a bagel? You know what? I think you could absolutely make this into anything. You all have been seeing the cottage cheese wraps, the flatbread. If you're going to make it into a bagel, you need more of a dough. So what I would do is probably add a little almond flour, or you could add some protein powder. Oops, because you can see that this is going to be kind of liquid, and we're actually going to pour it like a pancake batter into the waffle machine. But I think you could make them into a bagel. I would add almond flour and then shape them into the ball, and then, you know, I've seen people use like a little wooden spoon handle or, you know, something like this to like poke a hole in the center, and then I would brush them with, is it egg wash? I think you brush them with egg wash. I've never made bagels. Maybe we should try that. I have seen a lot of homemade bagel recipes, but I haven't made them yet. But absolutely. Okay, so we have our all-purpose seasoning. Let's check on our, coming along. I'll do 2 more minutes. I feel like the bacon is like right there, but I'm team crispy. If y'all like it a little bit team chewy, hello, be more. You probably take it out. All right, who do we have here? Killis is here. Good morning. Was just talking about you. Hello, my dear. Cloud Chasing says, good morning, Maggie, the substitute teacher in class. You're cooking asparagus this morning. That sounds lovely. Killis says, Kate, thanks for the cottage cheese flatbread idea. You need to make tacos with it soon. That's a great idea. If you like a soft taco, tomorrow, you all, since I'm doing 2 streams with Aisha, and again, if you just hopped in, we're moving from Wednesdays with Maggie to Mondays with Maggie. So I'll be with you all tomorrow, and I have an avocado here. The avocado bread is going viral as well, so we're going to make avocado bread tomorrow. So cottage cheese waffles and avocado bread tomorrow. That may be a good taco idea. Yes, that sounds amazing. Okay, so again, if you just hopped in, we have a half cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs, and all-purpose seasoning. And then she has a tablespoon of ricotta. I don't have ricotta cheese, but I'm going to do a substitute, and I'm going to add a tablespoon. I have some leftover goat's cheese. This is like my cream cheese substitute, and it's a little discolored because I drizzled it with caramel. If y'all saw the reel that I made yesterday with the apples. If not, let me show y'all what I had yesterday. I'm always posting up different things. This is what I made yesterday so you all can see. So I have a tablespoon. I'll just put this in there. Not the whole thing. Let's try and. I saw a recipe. It's fall, y'all, somewhere. So this was like goat's cheese drizzled with caramel, and it has pecans in it. So I'm trying to avoid the pecan. I made that little snack yesterday, sliced up some apples, and it was really good. Let me try and get this level. Oh, that's right. Because we were talking about fake news. The story I was telling is that the recipe inspiration for today, and I'll show y'all that just hopped in, the recipe creator did not share all of the ingredients until you subscribed. So I went ahead and paid for the subscription so I could get all the details. But if you've ever wondered why you try to recreate these recipes, oh, Angie says you love the shoes. Thank you. Just Old Navy. Yeah, just Old Navy. Thank you, sweetheart. If you ever try to recreate a recipe, shout out to the water popcorn. If you know, you know. And it doesn't come out quite right. Don't beat yourself up. Sometimes, oh, no, the bacon. See what happens? All right, I'm gonna turn it off. We're gonna take out the bacon. So let's go back to the recipe that we're making today. So I don't have ricotta. There is a buffalo ricotta that you can get at Whole Foods. So this is gonna have a blend of goat's cheese, and we'll blend it up, and we'll pour this in the batter. We'll try one and see how it comes out. All right, put a pin in that. Let's get the bacon out so y'all can see. Let's get. All right. So we have a plate. Let me go back to the recipe that we're making, and I used my save folders on Instagram for all of the recipes or any of the brands. All right, so this is what we're making today. So we're gonna make this cottage cheese waffle, and she did prosciutto, looks like arugula, tomato. We're gonna do the BLT version: cottage cheese, eggs, seasoning. She left out some stuff. Pesto, arugula, tomato, salt, pepper, prosciutto. This is the goal, all right? Okay, so, all right, let us get the bacon out. Woo. It's a little bit on the crispy side, but let me show you all what we have. So just a plate and a paper towel so that it can cool. Just so we don't drip anything. All right, so let's take off the top rack. Got one kind of stuck. And someone on TikTok asked if the beef bacon gets dry. And I don't know if you can see. I'm going to blot it on the paper towel, but I don't think it gets dry. And again, I just put it on the wire rack with another wire rack on top. So it can stay flat. All right. So this is our beef bacon. So I'm going to layer this into our sandwich. So how much cottage cheese? It was a half a cup. She says 2 heaping teaspoons or a half cup. All right. So let's just turn this over. We're just gonna let this rest behind me. So bacon is done and it can cool. So this is beef bacon if you all are new to it. I showed you the package, but this could work with any bacon that you have. All right. So that is ready. We'll slice our tomato and then I'll show you the greens that I'm using. Okay. So half a cup of cottage cheese. It calls for 1 tablespoon of ricotta. I don't have ricotta cheese, so I'm using my goat's cheese. We have 2 eggs and we have a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. And of course, I'm using Miss Aisha's all-purpose seasoning. So I'm just gonna push this down underneath the liquid. I'm gonna use the immersion blender. You can use a proper blender, but this portion is supposed to make 2 slices. So hopefully it doesn't splatter me. We're just gonna blend this here. We have the immersion blender. I got this a while back and I don't really use it that much. I was cleaning up and I was like, maybe we should get this thing out. But it's got the blades on the inside so it'll blend in the container. We have Nobi here, Moaf is here, Ida's here, Lauren! Y'all, I haven't posted it yet. Y'all please check out Just for Lauren. She is actually my attorney. She makes sure that all the Maggie stuff and all the femininity stuff is trademarked and protected. So if you have a business, that's what she does. She helps entrepreneurs. So shout out to the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. We are in our last week. We start this coming weekend. So if you are a lady or know a lady who's interested in etiquette, elegance, and femininity, Lauren makes sure all of our content is protected. So thank you so much for watching, my dear. Prince is here, Canda's here, Cam is here. Hello, everyone. Okay, so we're gonna try and make this. She used a little NutriBullet blender. If you have one of those little blenders that does like smoothies, I think that's a perfect size. I have the full size blender and I think that might be overkill. There it is. That might be overkill. All right. Good morning from North Carolina. Shout out to the South. Tranny says, good morning. Happy Sunday. Nice and crispy. Antoinette is here for the bacon. Lisa says, perfect bacon. Looks good. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all like it. All right. So I'm going to go in here carefully. Hopefully I don't regret this. All right, so turn it on and let's. I just want to mix this up so that it's a pourable batter. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right, I think we're good. Now, again, this is going to be nice and golden because I use Miss Aisha's all-purpose seasoning, which has a beautiful color in it. But this is just cottage cheese, goat's cheese, seasoning, eggs, and that's it so far. Now, let me just rinse this off. Someone had asked on TikTok if you could make these into bagels. So you can see the consistency. It's kind of like a pancake batter. It's a little bit more on the liquid side. So at this consistency, I wouldn't try and make this into a bagel. That's why I said if you want to do this recipe as a bagel, I would add some type of flour. If you can have gluten, maybe regular flour. If you're gluten-free, maybe almond flour. Or even protein powder, but you need something to thicken it up into a dough because right now this is more of a batter, okay? Oh, you were about to ask why the color? Yeah, so you all know Cooking with Aisha. We are simul-streaming on her channel, and this is the recipe just calls for all-purpose seasoning, and so we're using Miss Aisha's all-purpose seasoning, and that's where we're getting the color from, okay? So our sandwich bread is gonna be nice and golden, living our life like it's golden. All right, so I'm gonna do a test. Have we ever made this before? No. So I have the little the Dash mini waffle maker. So I'm just gonna plug this up here. You all can get these at Walmart, Target, Amazon. You see them a lot of places where people make these recipes. So I'm just gonna turn it on and let it heat up. And then Do I want to grease it up? All right, I'll grease it up a little bit. I'll put a little bit of my plant butter on it. And I'm nervous, y'all. I saw some bad reviews, but I have to be honest with you. If you look at this recipe, and I did put the recipe in the description, there was a lot of comments saying it didn't work. This is trash. Don't try it. But what I realized is she didn't share the full recipe. All right. So that was that. Okay, so while this is warming up, let me get the cutting board. We have our bacon here. It's already done, so we'll just break that in half in the sandwich. For the greens, you all see, it looks like she's using maybe arugula or something. I am going to use spinach. I've got some leftover spinach in the fridge, so I'm just going to use this. I love spinach as a kind of like all-purpose green because I used to have like lettuce for sandwiches. I used to have romaine for salads. I used to have spinach for, sauteing, and it was just too much, and we don't want to waste. So I have been using spinach for everything, fresh as a salad. When I make the boys lunch, I put spinach in their sandwiches as a lettuce substitute. More good stuff, vitamins, minerals. I'm not a doctor, but it's less watery and probably has more nutrition. So I think this is a good all-purpose. Thank you, Lauren. Sunday breakfast. Yes, everybody. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. All right. Now this one doesn't have a light on it. All right. It's still warming up. I want it to be hot. So let's go ahead and slice our tomato. And if the sandwich bread comes out well, we'll make 2 of them, put it together, and then see how it comes out. Achilles calls it fake news resolved by, so because I wanted it to be a proper sandwich for you, I went ahead and subscribed. But I get it, everybody has their own business model. All right, so let's get the cutting board. Our bacon is still here, and I had a tomato, so I'm just gonna rinse this off and we're gonna slice this down nice. I love a good fresh tomato. Thank you, Pinky. I love a good fresh tomato. All right, y'all. I think I'm smelling a little bit of like smokiness. So I want to go ahead and pour, and I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous, especially after that popcorn. Oh my God, that was an epic struggle. All right. So if you have cooking spray would probably be really good. I don't have cooking spray. I know not everybody can see. But if you want to see both screens, hop on over to YouTube or Facebook. Maggie, the substitute teacher. All right. So this is looking a little janky, but I have the Country Crock plant butter. This one has olive oil in it. If you want to avoid dairy, that's an option for you. So I'm just going to take the stick here, just like a magic marker, and I'm just going to go on the top and the bottom. All right. And then we're going to pour this batter, and I'm going to carefully pour and kind of stop when you get coverage, but you don't want to overfill. I've done that so many times, and that's why my equipment looks so janky. All right, so we're just gonna close it and see what happens. So this is the cottage cheese. Oh my God, y'all, I'm so nervous. What if it's a disaster? If it's a disaster, I'll be 0 for 2. Angie says, put a paper plate under your waffle maker to catch drips. I have seen people do this. Y'all, don't judge me, or you can judge me. I think paper plates are so, I'm going to say it, not presentable. I hate seeing a recipe with paper plates. I understand. I'm going to put a napkin there for the next one. But when I see people cook and then they serve on a paper plate, shout out to the finishing school. Okay, you didn't ask all that. But that's a great idea, though, in all honesty. That's not to serve, but put something in there to catch the spillover. All right, so let's see if we have our little... My mom is a retired home economics teacher, and we all eat with our eyes first. And here's a little, hack for me. Trying to get the rest of this weight off, 50 pounds by 50. I think I'm down 12. I'll be 50 next year. trying to make the food presentable and also serve it on a plate. You all see, sometimes I use I try to always use the nice plates. It's not just for presentation for you all. I feel better going to eat it because it's kind of like, ooh, I have something fancy too. Because when I cook for the kids, I cook for the family, I give everybody the regular. I give them all the full flavor ingredients. So if you have to have a smaller portion, here's a hack. Get a small salad plate for you, just one, and have that be your dinner plate. Have a nice mug or glass, drinking glass, for your water or whatever you drink, just one. So it's kind of like your special thing, and you feel less like you don't have what everyone else has. You feel more like, oh, this is something special for me. Hello, Van. It's just a little hack. But thank you. Trent says, you got my girl watching this, and the nicest way to tell her I want you to cook and stay fit. So thank you. Well, you are most welcome. The fitness journey, as we age, or some of us have always struggled with it, a big part of it, you all, and I hate to say it, is cooking your own food. It is so true. And it doesn't even have to be like anything gourmet, but when you eat out, and we all like to eat out, believe me, I like to be served as much as I like to serve, but when they're cooking in restaurants, they're making it taste good and the portions are huge and they're just moving so fast. If you all have seen those big industrial kitchens, so the amount of oil, fat, sugar, salt that they put on there, intentionally or unintentionally, you don't realize how much you're consuming. So make your burgers, make your BLTs, try to find the things that you really like, try to find a way to have them at home, and then have your meals out as a treat once in a while. That's what I'm really trying to do, because I was traveling a lot, y'all know, and I was eating everything, and it's just not good for me. I'll speak for myself. Shantia says paper plates are for cookouts. Agreed. Ooh, Lisa said my mom would disown me if I served her on a paper plate. Y'all, I think that's part of it too. My man was like, I don't eat on paper. Even if we go out somewhere and take it to go, I take it out of the plate and warm it up and put it on a real plate for him. All right, let's take a look, y'all. Okay. We got a little crustacean going on. I don't know if that's a word. It's a little interesting in color. Maybe I left it too long. Let's take it out and let it air out. Let's just do a couple more. And for those of y'all who can't see, I'll show it to you because I don't want to lift it up. It's hot. All right. So we're going to get a wire rack. But I know there are people at all different levels of cooking. So I just share with you all what I do. I am not perfect, believe me. All right, let's see if we can lift up the corner, get up underneath here. We might have a little sandwich. It's a little soft when it comes up, but if you take it off and put it on a rack, it will cool. Can y'all see? So this is number one. Let's see what it looks like on the back. So it's a little bit on the darker side. Let's just keep doing them. I'm just gonna let this sit behind me and let it crisp up. Put it on a wire rack. If you put it directly on like a plate, it will steam, and you want it to keep its texture, okay? So I'm just gonna set it here right above our bacon. Let the air flow around it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna try one without, how do you say, without any butter and see what happens, all right? Hopefully I don't make a mess. You know what? Let me do that one last in case it's a mess. That way I don't have to clean it up. So going in with a little bit of plant butter, and we're just gonna pour. And I look, and once all the lines have connected, that's kind of when I stop, when I don't see any more spaces of waffle. And I do have, I'll show with you all, I was doing this as a test, but it seems like it's working well. You don't have to do them one at a time. Dash also makes the Big Mama Jamma. So I have this one. So if we like this recipe, you can make a whole batch of these. If you're into meal prepping, you could make a whole bunch of them for the week. I know a mom who makes her kids waffles and will make a whole batch of them and freeze them. And then the kids can just take their own waffles and heat them up in the toaster for school. All kind of options. All right. So let's see how everybody's doing. Looks crispy, color looks good, looks really good. Ah, thank you all so much. I was so nervous. Kay says thank you. I really worked on my voice. That's another thing, you all. I've been corporate since college, and a lot of times, I'll just speak for myself, I didn't realize how loud I had become, how harsh I had become. So part of my elegance journey, if you will, I'll give you the magic two tips. When you find yourself talking like this all the time and you're like, what's the problem? Lower your voice and slow down. Instantly elegant. You can say the same thing. Lower your voice and slow down. And even though I teach beginning elegance and etiquette, I'm still in classes myself. And I took one yesterday. And what I learned, ladies, here's a tip for you. One of the reasons why men will kind of like tune us out, I didn't know this, but a woman's voice registers in the different part of a man's brain, like where music is. I didn't know this, but when a man speaks louder, you know, because they're men, and I believe in a man and a woman, their voice, it has more bass to it, more bottom to it, more breadth to it. A man can shout and get your attention. When we women shout, our vocal cords, like our voice is just not built for that. So we sound really shrilly. And so you think you may be getting your voice, your point across, but for a man, they just shut down. Okay, let's check on this waffle. If you're interested in more of that, teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. You can come to the finishing school. Registration is still open. We only do it twice a year, and there's your coupon code. Okay, looks good. I think I'm gonna take this one out. It's a little bit lighter. Are we ever gonna slice this tomato? All right, you know what? Let's do this. We made two this way. I'll do the rest on the Big Mac Daddy. So gently, if I can get in here. Just need to get like a corner up. Oof. Let me, because they will tear. But if you can get it up gently. So yeah, there's just so much stuff that, you know, a lot of women, unfortunately, you know, we don't know. And, you know, if you don't care, that's totally fine. Look, you can do what you want to do. I always say that. But if you have been, if you're not getting the results, yeah, y'all, this might be too early, but I'm going to take it out anyway. If you're not getting the results you want and you don't know why you're not attracting, and it could be a love relationship, it could be networking opportunities, it could be business opportunities. All right, y'all. I'm struggling with this one. There we go. How about I unplug it? All right. You can see it's kind of soft to begin with. I'm going to put this on the wire rack with the other one. I'm going to turn it over so we can see the color on the, all right. So this one is probably a little bit like Goldilocks, too light, too dark. Let's see if we can make one just right. All right, so you can see after letting it cool down, it gets some structure to it. So we at least know that it works. So you're gonna need either some ricotta or some goat's cheese. If you follow just the video, I'm not gonna call it fake news, but she left some stuff out intentionally. You only get the full recipe when you subscribe. But that's what I'm here for. I'll subscribe for you all. Bonnie says, I have mastered it. I'm very elegant. Thank you, sweetheart. I work really hard on it. It's important to me. And, you know, I'll just talk to y'all while we're switching over to the other waffle maker. Then I promise we're going to cut this tomato. You know, like I said, I've been corporate since college, you know, been an executive. I'm a boy mom. When you find yourself in these masculine environments, if it is important to you to still remain feminine, you're going to have to overcorrect on some of the things, because the things that make us successful at work do not make you successful in a relationship, believe me, all right? Amicably divorced, but I thought that big job mattered. It doesn't matter to a man. Second time around, I got on the program. All right, let's see. And I am so much happier. That's the thing, like a lot of these, shout out to the boss babes, but when you're young, you have a lot of energy. Believe me, I'll be 50 next year. You're not going to want to keep running that hard. Find me in 20 years. It's fine. Okay, anyway, you didn't ask for all that. Let's go to the waffle. All right. So we are using the Dash. I think this one is in I think I have a Maggie cheat sheet on teachablemomentswithmaggie.com, but this is the same brand. So I'm just showing it to y'all before I plug it up. This one will do 4, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and pour the rest of the batter so we can get all of our sandwiches done or waffles done. Maybe we have enough to make a sandwich, and then maybe I can actually make a waffle stack and see if we like them sweet or savory. I'm so excited. Okay, so this one we've plugged it up. Let me take off the logo so y'all can see. We've plugged it up, and when the light turns green, then it'll be at temperature. Okay, so I've got this. It's not an Afro pick. Maybe I need to use it. Angie says try it with shredded cheese. Yes, we've made plenty of chaffles. We are doing, since some of y'all just hopped in while I'm talking, I'll just show you. This is the one that we're recreating. So it's not an Afro pick. This is a slicer from Pampered Chef. So if you have great cutting skills, you can absolutely make equal slices. But if you struggle, here's a little kitchen gadget that might work for you. So we're gonna put this, you can put this in your onion, put it in your tomato. That's what I'm gonna do. Literally just go down like this, and then it'll be like a guard for your slices. So you have equal slices. If you're still doing cookouts with your paper plates, then you can have your tomatoes ready to go. Tomatoes, onion. Yeah. I marvel at people who can just, I guess proper chefs can do this, freehand. I can't, y'all. And that's the thing. I have no problem saying what I am not good at. Y'all see me struggle all the time. And, we're all good at some things, and we're all learning. And speaking of the elegance, since we're talking about it, it's like cooking. You are never a master of your craft, even though I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. We can always improve. And that's why I take classes. I have a coach, even though I coach others. I do consults and all that kind of stuff. But all right, we're down to the end. So we have our tomato slices pretty nice and thin. For sandwich, I want to try and make them, how do you say, universal? There's a word, equal. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right, so I'm just gonna salt these a little bit. Tomato with a little bit of salt. It just brings out the flavor, draws out the moisture. Let's taste it by itself. Not bad. Not like an Italian tomato, but very good. Hello, Heist. Hello, Frenchie. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Andre. Hello, Tori. Hello, TF. Hello, Sibby. Hello, So. Thank you all so much for being here. Uniform. Thank you. Y'all know, I love it. Y'all are helping me. Yeah, I'm trying to make them uniform. Janice says, where is old girl at? I don't know who you're talking about. If this person has a name, I may be able to answer for you. Jacqueline says, good morning. Lisa says, you need this slicer? Yeah. I don't know when I got it. It was probably a party, but you can see here, this is just Pampered Chef. But I don't think you have to get this brand. I've seen them in different stores. So this is the vegetable slicer. Hello, Vieta. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so a little bit of salt on the tomatoes. All right, optional, but I think if you salt, we'll do salt and pepper. I don't know if she put any, let's see what she did on this one, y'all. All right, so this is what we're making. All right, cottage cheese, we made the batter. She did pesto, arugula, looks like, see how fast they go? It's like, why does mine not come out that way? Cottage cheese, eggs, seasoning, batter, pesto. Okay, it just clicked. Y'all see the green light is on? Okay, we're just gonna do salt and pepper. All right, so let's do this. Whew, nice and hot. All right, so I'm just going to use the plant-based butter, and we're gonna do the last 4 all together now. So I'm just gonna go in like a magic marker. And a little bit on the top. All right, and I'm just gonna pour. This is cottage cheese, goat's cheese, all-purpose seasoning, and 2 eggs. So I did it on the one to test. So I'm just trying to get all 4 corners, and then we'll make 4. We'll just let these cook. Clean up a little bit. I like this one because it's got the little sides, the little channels for spillover. Okay, so we did salt. Let's do a little pepper, and let's make a sandwich with the first one, and then see if we can make a waffle stack. And I'll let you all have your day. I have a house guest who has ordered a massage. So you all know I love to have the spa people come. So massage therapist will be here for her. So I want to get the table and everything set up before I go to church. All right, so we did some salt on the tomatoes. Let's do a little bit of pepper. These are cooking. So we'll just do a little fresh cracked pepper on our tomatoes, optional. But the best sandwiches, the best food is when everything tastes good by itself. And when you combine it, it tastes amazing. Yes, thank you all so much. Antoinette says you have to get the slicer. Yeah, it makes a difference. If you're doing sub sandwiches or you're doing like a cookout, or, in all seriousness, where you want equal slices for your burgers or sandwiches, having a little tool like this has helped me. Tracy says, I love watching you cook. I learned so many new ways of doing things. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Big Stag says, truth. Uh-oh, what did I say? Y'all, I already forgot. Tell it. Oh, you have the pen and paper out? I forgot what I was saying already. T-Car, good morning. Tabitha says, did you grease it? Yes, so I used a little bit of plant-based butter for me, or you can use cooking spray. I did grease it a little bit. The struggle is real. Y'all are so funny. I love it. Bonnie says, what times do you normally stream? Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. So usually Monday through Friday, I do work. I work in tech. Sorry. I was going to put that in the sink, but I'm like, I'm going to need that. Usually dinner time, and I'm East Coast. I'm Atlanta. So anytime between 5 and 7 is my usual time. And then on the weekends, I do like to get in here and get it done early so you all can have your day and I can have my day. Hello, Razor. Oh, you love the TikToks? Oh, wonderful. I'm glad it's helpful. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we have this one. Now this one is a little bit on the soft side, but I'm going to go ahead and make the sandwich. The darker one crisped up more. So let's get a plate, a real plate. Where are you? Is it in a dishwasher? I think it's in the dishwasher. I have a little plate that I like to use. Yeah. One second. I should have unloaded it. Okay. So we're going to put our bread here. And this is cottage cheese bread. We actually made it. She used pesto. I don't have pesto, or do I have pesto? But I'm doing a BLT. So let me get some mayo. I should use a low-calorie mayo, but I think I'm just going to get some mayo from the boys' fridge. Hello, Anton. 1 second. All right, so I just have some regular mayo. This is not low-calorie anything, but I like mayo on a BLT. Tasha says, good morning. Christina says, yum. But yes, you all make this your own. Now that we know we're doing the cottage bread sandwich, make a bacon, egg, and cheese. Make a BLT. Make an open-faced sandwich. So sugar-free, dairy-free. No, not dairy-free. Sugar-free and gluten-free. All right. So let's put some mayo on here. I'll just spread it on both. I don't know what y'all put on your BLT. You could do avocado. Ooh, it just popped green. Let's take a look. I think it looks good. The green light is on. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. They feel kind of crispy. All right. Let's take that out so I can focus on one thing at a time. Hold on. We're going to smear this, and all we have to do is assemble and cut it in half. I want to move this out of the way. So we were able to do 4. Let me see if I can just put them all on here. I don't know if y'all can see. If I can get one corner up. Now I will sell it. Let me focus, y'all. This is. Okay. They're kind of soft. I'm going to let them, while we make our sandwich, hot. All right. So we will try and make a 4 stack of regular waffles too with these. Let's make the sandwich first and then just see what we like. Okay. So we have our 4 cottage cheese, a little bit darker on the bottom side, but hey, if you want a high protein substitute, this could work for you. All right. So we'll set that there. Let's move the waffle iron. So you can see you could make a big batch of these on the weekend. Let me just move this out of the way. It's hot. Okay, now we're finally ready. All right, so we have our bacon. And this is our beef bacon. It's gotten nice and crispy. And then I'm doing spinach. You could absolutely do iceberg or whatever you like. Y'all know I'm not the food police. Okay. Let us smear this on. So this is just regular old mayo, or it could be pesto or whatever you like. All right. And I'm going to try and layer it nicely so we have that beautiful cross section. All right, so I'm going to go with some lettuce. I'm going to do 2 open face and put them together so we have the cross section. We have a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of food styling. You could just, if the boys were here, y'all know they would be breathing down my neck and just get in my belly. All right. So we're doing lettuce. And again, just give it a try. If you like arugula is a little bit, it's got a little bit of a bite to it. It's a little peppery, a little bitter, but you might like that. Some people like, fresh cracked pepper on their bacon. So that could be an option. All right. So far, this is what we have. Gilly says this is looking really good. Aw, thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Janelle, good morning. Okay, then let's go in with the tomato. So we have some nice thinly sliced tomato, and I don't know if y'all can see, we put the salt and pepper on there, and just let it sit for a minute. It draws out the moisture. I'm gonna make a big one, y'all. We're gonna double it up. I'm feeling greedy. We're gonna do extra tomato. And then we're gonna get our bacon. Again, this was beef bacon. I'm just gonna break this in half. Or let me see, I'll try to cut it clean. A little watery from the tomato. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is massive. Am I gonna be able to put this together? Okay, so this is what we have so far. Y'all could do avocado, you could do whatever you want. All right, I'm gonna take a picture like this. I'm gonna close it. Take a picture of it closed. I'm gonna cut it. Take a picture of it cut. That way, in case it disintegrates, we had some pictures, all right? So let's move everything. So we have open face. So you could do some extra mayo if you like it extra creamy. You could do that. All right, let's move everything. I'm getting excited. Oh, y'all are loving it. Oh, I'm so glad. I'll be here with you all today and tomorrow. And again, we're moving from Mondays with Maggie to Wednesdays with Maggie on Aisha's channels. I do stream every day. I make food and femininity content. It's about half and half. but that's where you all will be able to find me. And I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher on all platforms. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all, that looks amazing. I think it looks amazing. So when people ask, like, Maggie, did you make that? Yes, y'all, we made it. Why is my finger in the way? Oh. And then some with the flash. Oh my God, y'all. So when you see that, and you're like, Maggie, did you make that? Yes, we made it. All right, let's do a quick video. And then we're gonna put it together. All right, so that's level 1. Let me get the cutting board. All right, y'all. So we're gonna put this on the cutting board. Well, let's see if I can put it together. Okay, let me get a picture of that mammoth BLT, and then I'll cut it in half. Might be a little extra tomatoey. I wanted to do equal layers, but I almost, oh my God, y'all. Looking delicious. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hello, Queen. All right, and then we're gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna do triangle so I can get a nice little bite of it. And again, use regular bacon. Use whatever you like. All right, y'all. So we are gonna try and cut this in half. What side do we like better? That one or that one? I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, let's see if we can. I'm gonna have to put my hand on it. I hate to smash it down, but. All right, ready? Oh, it's driven in my hand. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see that? Okay, let me see if I can get a good cross-section picture. Y'all, it's about to fall apart. Okay. Oh my God. I want to eat it right now. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I know. Amazing. I redeemed myself. Okay, focus, Maggie. This is when I get excited, y'all. All right, so let's get in there. Let's get a good, and then one with the flash. Whoever asked if the beef bacon gets dry, y'all, I can't. I'm salivating. Okay, let's do a quick video. Oh my God. All right. And we're done. Y'all, this thing is, all right, here we go. I'm gonna take one bite. Y'all see the tomato is, oh my God. I can't keep it together. Does anybody else get excited like this? Okay, focus. So it's dripping down. We're making sure everybody can see. Let's taste our cottage cheese BLT. Looks good. Looks good. Oh, toothpick. Yes, that would have been a great idea. All right. One moment. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, sorry. Okay, that wasn't elegant. Whew. Y'all, sorry, I just lost myself for a moment. Hello, yes. Hello, Janet. Mr. Perfect. This is perfect, y'all. It is crunchy from the bacon. I don't want to drip it on my. It is crunchy from the bacon. It is juicy from the tomato. Salt and pepper the tomato brings out the juiciness. And this cottage cheese waffle, it gives you the structure of a bread, but when it breaks down, the bite, it has that cheesy taste after. All right, y'all. Last bite, then let's make a waffle stack and we're done. Y'all, good God, so happy. I was not feeling confident. If y'all saw my last struggle stream, it was epic. And I was like, let's give this a try. I'm either dumb enough or brave enough to try these recipes for the first time with y'all. And Aisha's 1.5 million followers. Thank you so much, Miss Aisha. But y'all, that right there, oh my God. Beef bacon, cottage cheese, Aisha seasoning, goat's cheese or ricotta, 2 eggs, blended up, waffle maker. All right, so we did the savory. I don't know, y'all. Since we have these, you could save them as bread slices, but something makes me want to just put some syrup on here and see what it tastes like as a waffle. I wonder if I'm wasting my bread slices. So since we made 4, we did the savory version, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much, Z. I appreciate all of the support. All right, so let's get, I have some sugar-free syrup. Let's put our butter on here. And then I'll let you all go. And I will be back tomorrow. Since tomorrow's a holiday, maybe we'll do another morning stream. It's Labor Day in the US. I don't have to work, so maybe we'll do another breakfast sandwich with the avocado bread tomorrow if y'all like a morning stream. All right. So cottage cheese as a sandwich bread, 10 out of 10. Let's do cottage cheese waffles as a waffle stack. I don't know. We're experimenting. This is the 1 gram keto syrup. If you can have the real thing, please have some for me. Just know the lighter syrups are more watery. And what I like to do, I like a little bit on each layer. So when you cut down, you have that flavor. We want that flavor in your ear. Flavor in every bite. Then we're going to put syrup on here. See what happens. And again, this was just what? Half a cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs. So pretty much all protein. And you won't feel bad afterwards, right? All right. So this is our marker butter. It looks janky. Let me get one that's not all messed up. All right. So we have, this is the same plant butter. I'm just going to get a pat of butter, optional, but, and this would be better if the waffles were warm. I know. And then you could do like some, I don't know, like pumpkin spice seasoning. Coconut whipped cream, non-dairy, or do the regular stuff. All right. So let's do a little bit more syrup so we have the nice dripping over action that y'all like and I like. Let's just go around. All right. There we go. All right, so I'm going to cut a bite of this, see how we like it as an actual waffle, and we're done. Let me take a quick picture of it. This was just a backup. But yeah, you all can see this recipe makes like 6 sandwiches, 3 sandwiches, 6 slices, right? Because we did 2 on the tester, and then something, it's fall, y'all. Let's put some spice on here. See, I just can't stop. I just can't stop. Optional. I'm just going to put a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. You could do cinnamon. I think that'll be a nice little garnish. Powdered sugar if you want that. Just make it a little festive. Why be regular when you can be extra? Come on in. Yeah, y'all can eat it. Absolutely. All right, so let's take a picture and then I'll cut into that, see how we like it as a waffle. And that way you all have two options. So if you have cottage cheese and you don't like to eat it plain, you can make a sandwich bread out of it or maybe even a waffle. Okay, let's get in here. And oh, it smells good. Y'all, that pumpkin spice. Ooh, Killer says crushed nuts. Okay, dear. Almonds or pecans? I'm not gonna, probably should chop them, but simple. I didn't get a picture with this. Oh my God, y'all, it's too much. See what happens? Give me one inspiration and I'll make you 3 meals. All right. So you can have cottage cheese as a snack, cottage cheese as a sandwich, cottage cheese as a waffle. Okay, now let's get in here and taste. Now I want to let y'all go. Let's get a piece of this. All right, so let's go in on the corner. Let's get a little bit of, let's see. So it's looking kind of waffly, the texture. All right, so let's get some butter. Let's get some pecan. Perfect bite. You want to build it on the fork, kind of shovel it on there. Let's see if I can get it all together. All right, let's see. Maybe. For me, it's a no. I'll tell you why. I don't really love this syrup. And this cottage cheese has a cheesy flavor to it. Works wonderful on the BLT because the cheese on the savory. I would give this a 6 out of 10. I'm not going to waste it. I'll still eat it, but I prefer it as a sandwich bread. Y'all, this is just divine. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. We tried it. Chaffles, yes, maybe a cheese that's not so forward. But remember, we put all-purpose seasoning in here. It's cottage cheese. It's very rich. Perfect on a sandwich. Yeah, I could take it or leave it as waffles. All right. All right, everybody. This was so much fun. I'm going to let you all go. I'll be back tomorrow. If you all want to do, you enjoy the struggle streams. Hello, Patty. Oh, y'all get excited. Y'all like my laps I was running. Yeah, that's it. This sandwich, y'all, I know I've been biting into it. This right here, yeah. Protein, it'll keep you fuller longer. It's got some dairy in it, but sugar-free and gluten-free for sure. Low carb for sure. Pre-diabetic, diabetic for sure. Looks divine. Oh, thank you, Cake. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Black. Thank you, I'm Pache. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so we'll be done tomorrow. I think we'll do another breakfast stream, but we got an avocado that's been sitting over here staring at me. So we'll make some avocado bread, and maybe we'll do another BLT. Maybe we'll do an avocado bread BLT and see how we compare. But I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Thank you so much, Cooking with Aisha, for allowing me to stream on your platform. I am so grateful. Hopefully you all had fun. Happy Sunday. If you're off tomorrow, enjoy Labor Day. Enjoy some time away from work because we'll be back at it soon. And I will love you all and leave you here. Don't forget, finishing school registration will be closing this week. Oh, thank you so much. All right. Goodbye, Instagram. Thank you so much, TikTok. Yes, see you all tomorrow. Oh, y'all like the dancing when it's authentic, right? I'm going to let y'all know. If I like it, you will know. 10 out of 10. If I don't like it, you will know. 6 out of 10. All right. Bye, TikTok. See you all tomorrow. And thank you so much Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Avocado bread, yes, stay tuned tomorrow. Crushed nuts, ooh. Oh, crushed nuts on the BLT. Okay, killers. All right, let's give it a try. See y'all tomorrow.